Handy advice and tips to hire a great locksmith. Most of us know where to look for the spare key around our house, but do you know what to do if it breaks in the lock? If the answer is no, you are in the majority. Unfortunately, most people are not prepared when they need a locksmith. The following article can change all that. Read on. If you have just moved into a new place, you should call a locksmith and have them change the locks right away. Even if the former owners seem trustworthy, you don't want someone walking around with keys to your home. The price of a lock is small compared to the need for safety for you and your family. When a locksmith is replacing a lock for you, make sure that they are using a new one that is in a sealed package. It is the only way to be sure that they haven't made a duplicate. If they do, this means that they can gain access to your home whenever they like. Inquire as to whether or not the locksmith you hire is bonded and insured. While this may seem like overregulation to some, it can really save a homeowner from potential disaster. If anything breaks or otherwise goes wrong while the locksmith is servicing something on your property, you will be completely covered. Before allowing a locksmith to get down to business in your home, make sure he or she gives you some kind of estimate first. If you know them well, trust a handshake. If not, be sure and get it in writing. Doing this before the work is completed means knowing what to expect in terms of financial obligation. Find out if the company you are considering working with has ever had another name. In some instances, companies switch their names because customers were unhappy with their work. This helps them escape negative reviews. While a company may not be honest with you about this, it does not hurt to ask. When looking for a locksmith, try to avoid any company that does not answer the phone with a specific name. These companies will frequently subcontract the work out to other vendors. You need to have a company that hires their own employees and does not farm out their work to anyone and everyone. When searching for the best locksmith for your needs, try conducting interviews. Most businesses will be happy to introduce you to their professional service people and what they have to offer. Ask questions and check all references. This way you will be certain that you've hired only the best when you need them the most. Don't be afraid to do a little comparison shopping when you need a locksmith for your family. While trust and reliability are mainly the most important qualities to look for in a locksmith, you shouldn't end up being charged a fortune either. Look when you don't need one and get your money's worth. Before you agree to hire any locksmith or think you can just call them at the drop of a dime, ask if they charge more for your specific location. Many businesses will add on extra charges if you happen to live more than 20 miles from their base location. Know this in advance to avoid an outrageous bill. When you find an amazing locksmith, tell people about it. Most everyone waits until an emergency arises before contacting a locksmith, and that can mean not ending up with the best or most cost-effective services. Therefore, you will really be doing people you know a favor by passing on the business name and sharing the reliable services. Once you are given a quote by a locksmith, ask them what it is included in this price. Some locksmiths will give you a low price, then they will tell you there are more charges once they get to you. Asking a few questions will clear everything up so there is no confusion later. Steer clear of locksmiths who want to drill out the lock or want to replace it if you're locked out. A professional can open the door without damaging the lock and also provide a new key. Ask if the locksmith has an invoice on them which they plan to fill out once the work is done before they start. Look at it to see if it appears professional. Is it on letterhead? Does it include their company name and address? Or do they plan to create a handwritten invoice? If so, send them on their way. Did your locksmith ask you for identification? If not, they are not on the up and up. Imagine if some criminal called while you were on vacation and that locksmith came and let them into your home. A good locksmith will ensure that you are truly the owner of whatever is being opened. You should always be aware that you are allowing a person who can pick locks into your home. If you truly feel they aren't on the up and up, then don't hire them. To help protect yourself, meet the locksmith at their office, instead of allowing them to meet you at your home. Find out if the company you want to hire has done business under any other names. If they refuse to answer or hedge the question, strike them off your list. If they do give you other names, be wary as they may be changing their name to avoid bad reviews. While a license isn't mandatory in all councils, it is still a sign that your locksmith truly cares about the quality of his work. If he doesn't have one, you might be better off hiring someone who does. The more proof of their quality available, the better your chances are that they're good. When an emergency arises with a lock or key, it's no different than getting a flat tire in the sense that you need to be prepared and need to know what to do. Hopefully, you now know all that is necessary to find a good locksmith. This will help you if you ever find yourself in an emergency lock and key situation. Contact Lothian Locksmiths for more information at https://lothianlocksmiths.com.